Well, hello there, everybody. It's me, your Star Wars dad. Today I'm just gonna be opening some Bronziums, hanging out, having fun. Is this working? Is this thing on? And you guys can ask me anything you want. So let's open some Bronziums and ask me anything. Mr. Anonymous, what's happening? All right, so just pop your questions. I mean, like anything. You can ask Galaxy Hero stuff. You can ask personal stuff. You can ask me. I don't know. Ask me some math questions. I won't be able to answer anything too complex about math, but I can certainly give it the old college try. That's for sure. So anyway, ask me anything, folks. I'm right here. Kind of a chill stream. We'll just hang out and do some of these. I just got these 160. What do I have? 167,000, 161,000 Bronziums. So I'm just going to click away until you guys pop questions in there. Let's see. Alec, what is the best ship in the game? It's Bosk's Houndstooth. The Houndstooth is the best ship in the game. And not Capital. Capital ship, it's Executor. But as far as ships go, like on my... And tell me if this sounds too loud. I don't really know if it's... that seems fine. So on my alt, on my free-to-play account... General Cody, what's up? Cody. On my alt account, or my Star Wars Dad account, the free-to-play, where we're 20 months into it, I've got a Relic 8 Bosk, I'm working on Relic 9, and his ship alone, all I've got is like a, I don't know, a 7-star Gear 8, they're only Gear 8, Lando's Falcon, and like a decent Boba Fett, and Houndstooth in the, what's the event? The ships event where you get all the stuff for the capital ships. You get you get currency, but you get the ability modifiers for capital ships. I can't remember because like it's smuggler ships. I've only got those 3 ships, and they can't kill Houndstooth. So I just hang on with that. I just auto it, and Houndstooth can't be killed. And eventually my capital ship just kills all their stuff, and that's how that one works. So the Houndstooth is the best ship in the game. I'm gonna a little modifier there. What's also the most fun or early best ship in the game? I really like 2 ships for that. I think the Millennium Falcon is the most fun. I love playing with the Rebel fleets when I can. The way that the Falcon gets things going and really kind of drives the action. I love the Millennium Falcon, and that's the original with Han and Chewie. Not the original one from the movies. And then I really enjoy, I really like Kylo's TIE Silencer. Kylo's TIE Silencer to me is one of those ships you can farm early if you're farming KRU and you get the ship at the same time. I think you should keep farming it until you get maxed out the ship as well because it's so good early on. And then when you get the finalizer, it just becomes just total banger. So, but the best ship in the game is a Houndstooth. I don't think there's really not much of a question about that. So, hey guys, look, Pac-Man has joined the stream. That means Pac-Man is here. Alright, dude. Welcome aboard, Pac-Man. Good to see you. The Knight got SLKR. Congratulations. Our Deutschen Freunden sind hier. Bist hier. Sind hier. Yeah? Our Deutsch friends are here today. Congrats, the Knight. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Somebody else was telling me that they farmed Kylo Ren in 9 months and 14 days. They followed my guide, and they were asking what to do next. And 9 months and 20 days was my threshold, so that was I love hearing people farm SLKR. That's great. Mr. Anonymous, do I plan on playing Force? Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing Force Unleashed, and I'm gonna get back to playing oh no, Fallen Order too. I'm gonna play both those games. It's not gonna be like every day or anything, but once a week I'll pop on with either Fallen Order or Force Unleashed. We'll play that and have some fun. What's my favorite meme? Oh my god, I think my favorite meme has always been. I mean, memes only been around for, 6 or 7 years, but whatever. When Luke and Obi-Wan are in the hut talking, and, tell you, let me find it. Let me find my favorite meme. Hang on. I'm gonna find my favorite meme right here. It's gonna be one of these. That's a version of it. Let's see what... Okay, so this is it right here. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this thing up. Let's see if I can... no, go away. Okay, so here we go. Pull this over. You knew my father? Slew him. No, I only cut off his arms and legs. What? What? Stuff like that. Like, let's see here. Now that's a that's a good one. No, here we go. These are my favorite. I like these. Hang on. Can I do that with this one? Okay. Now that's a name I've not heard since I threw your dad into a volcano and cut off his legs. I mean, it's just good. I really love that. It just reflects to the fact that obviously Alec Guinness said no. They didn't know this at the time. Even though George Lucas could even probably say today that he helped. Hey, 19 viewers, 6 likes. You guys know the rule. Push the likes, because if we get to 50, I'll dance, I promise. This might take about an hour, hour and a half to do all these Bronziums. So, anyway, hey, look who it is! What's that noise? Anyway. Jorge! 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 All right. I don't know what that noise was. It was like there was a glitch and it wouldn't stop. That's my favorite. Is this game music? This is my music. Well, it's actually this music is free music on YouTube. So as a creator, I can access a library of what would you call it? The general domain. Domain. That's not the right word. Is it general domain? Public domain. I can access a list of public domain music that YouTube publishes a catalog. So I pulled down some stuff. I pulled it down a long time ago to use for my member videos and member memes intros. And yeah, I just put it together and I'm playing it. Some people were complaining about the classic Star Wars Dad 80s type music. And so I think some people like it, some people don't. More with Galaxy Heroes, people really don't want to hear the, for example, if I turn that off, if I do that, hold on. I can turn off this and I can play, where is it? Here we go. People with Galaxy Heroes, I'm going to turn it off. That's my theme song for the channel. My son wrote it, but there are people in Galaxy Heroes that really don't like it. They want to hear the dramatic stuff, so we play the dramatic stuff. Anyway, there you go. That's what the music is. What's my favorite episode in Star Wars? Well, it's Empire Strikes Back. The Engineer, hello there. Sorry, I missed that. General Cody, this is Galaxy of Heroes, yes. Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. For me, is the greatest film ever made. We all go back to our childhoods. A lot of folks from maybe the generation behind me. I was Generation X. I guess that would be Generation. What is the next generation? Generation Y, and then Millennials. Now we have Z. I don't know what everybody is, but a lot of you guys that were behind me, like my kids, Revenge of the Sith is their favorite episode. But for me, it's Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite movie of all time. I don't know why it doesn't appear in lists of greatest movie ever made, because it really is up there for that. Hang on a second. So I love Empire Strikes Back a lot. After that, if I got rid of Empire Strikes Back, I usually go to A New Hope, because it's just the original, and for me, the original always gets a little more credit than extra stuff. Now, if I took we don't go on a side. You didn't ask me what my favorite movie is, so I don't want to go outside of Star Wars and tell you. That's just my favorite Star Wars movie. There you go. Darth Tauren Woodle number 2. Hi back. Pagan. Uh-oh, not pagan. You can't call somebody pagan. That's a different word than Pagman. It's over Anakin, I have the high... Yes. It's over Anakin, I have the high ground. Like, when he does all the explanations, like, it's over, I have the high ground. This is finished, I'm above you. The conclusion of this merriment, like that. Or what do you mean? There's a lot of those memes. Why does everyone love to put Newt with General Grievous? He's a losing max HP. He's losing max HP and damage because Newt is not a droid. Also, Newt can go off and make his team can go off and make his team. I agree with that. what happens with Newt on the Grievous team, like, the original Grievous team was Grievous with B1 and B2, Magna Guard, and Destroyer Droid. That's the classic Grievous team. And what people found while they were playing in Territory Wars early on with Grievous, and this is at the very beginning, and when Newt, well, maybe it was when Newt got reworked, and I don't remember the timing of that. And I'm also going to go to BB-8. What people found with using Grievous was that he defended better when using Newt or BB-8. Like, he's tougher to kill. And what Newt does is when he starts spreading around the, what's it called? I'm going to look it up. It's not, I got corruption on my head. He starts, what does he start spreading? Somebody's going to know it and they're going to tell me, and it's not contract, it's something like contract. I guess I could have done scoundrel too. He spreads. No, okay, that's another one too, so hang on. He spreads extortion. As he starts spreading extortion, you know, and if people remove it, everybody gets more health. So when Grievous recovers health, you know, he actually starts stacking damage. And remove extortion, recover 10% health, and grant several. Okay, so that's what the. Never mind. Ignore that. Plus 10% critical chance and critical damage per stack. So you're just doing critical damage per stack. So you're going to get the 50% extra critical damage as people remove it. Whenever a Separatist ally inflicts a debuff, they also deal 5% max health damage to the enemy, which can't be evaded. And enemies with extortion have minus 30% speed and offense. That's kind of a big deal. The first time he's defeated, he's revived. And every time he's revived, he steals for 2 turns. So, you know, those are not small things. And then dispelling all buffs and calling everybody into assist can really do some damage with that G. So he just makes the GG team a little bit stiffer to deal with and tougher to defeat. If you really want to put a Newt team out there with your other Separatists, I don't think that's a real problem. It's just, you'd have Newt with Django, Dooku. I guess you might put Watt in there. It's like, who do you have then, right? Like, if you go with Grievous, let me see here. Grievous and I mean, everybody's gone. The bugs are gone. And so you'd have Newt with Django and Dooku and maybe Watt, but that's not a great defense. You don't want to put Watt on defense as much as you want to put him on offense. Then your fifth would be Asajj or maybe just some kind of tank or something. But I don't know. So that's kind of the thought process there. That's why people put Newt with Grievous. If you don't like it, you know, don't do it. I get it. I get you. Hey, Bimgus, what's up? Alec, what house in Harry Potter would you be? Oh, Harry Potty? What's Harry Potty? Do you type potty a lot? And that's why I deferred to potty? I mean, you feel like you'd be in Gryffindor, right? I mean, doesn't everybody feel like they'd be in Gryffindor? I don't feel like a Slytherin. I'm kind of a nice guy, except in certain moments. But I'd probably end up in one of the other two that I can't remember, the Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. I'd probably end up in one of those two because nobody pays attention to them, and they barely even exist as far as, you know, as far as you look at, when you look at Hogwarts, Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff barely even exist. You know, it's like they're there, but at the end of the day, we're going to find some way to award Gryffindor, you know, if they need 1,041 points and Harry defeated the giant basilisk, then Gryffindor, by golly, gets 1,041 points, somehow edging them over. It's just all so arbitrary. The scoring is so arbitrary, isn't it? It's pretty tough to swallow that. So I'd end up in Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw, just kind of doing my thing, hanging out in the background, you know, like that. My son is terrible. Thanks, Cedric. Yeah, he writes. He graduated from college with his music composition degree with an emphasis or also music voice. So, yeah. So I think he's talented too. But thank you, I appreciate that. Hey everybody, throw those likes on there. You know you want to. You like the music, Mr. Boost? I like the music. Some made unique music. So what I need to do, Mr. Boost, is I need to make, like, I need to get in here. I could do it. Let's do it right now. This will take a second. Hold on. If you guys can hang on with me, let's do a vote. Let's do a poll. Okay, we're gonna do a poll. Which music do you want to hear? And that might, honestly, yeah, Nooch music or the YouTube. So right now the YouTube dramatic music is on. You guys know the Nooch music. So let me know. This might guide me for a long time. Like if everybody that really appreciates the Nooch music, then I'll go back to that. I just had maybe a few folks complaining. Maybe I listen a little bit too much to them, and maybe they aren't really fans. Like they like it, but they just don't like the music. And yeah, so let me know which music you want to hear. And boy, Nooch music is running away with it so far. We got 7 votes, and it's almost all. See that one person voting for YouTube dramatic music. That's what makes me double think. But we're running a democracy here, and we got to appeal to the majority, right? So we'll see. We'll let that poll run for a while. So jump in on the poll and vote. Thanks, Mr. Boost. I really appreciate that. And it was always kind of the feel for the channel, so maybe I go back to it. And I know it's definitely unique because nobody else has it, right? Tristan, after you get Darth Revan, should you relic your Palpatine and another Sith for Datacron and maybe for a C-Pit team? Vader's R5 and Bastila is going to be your next relic. So that's not much of a C-Pit team. Darth Vader is good in the C-Pit. Those other guys just really don't. They're just kind of a throwaway. So if you want to relic, Palpatine doesn't really do much good either, as far as I know. But if you want to relic Vader, if you got Vader, if you have Vader relicked, and you want to mix in, and upgrade his leader ability. Hey guys, 20 folks on, only 11 likes. Come on. All right, so you want to put in Vader's leader ability so that the dots stay on the Gamos, and then you can use like a team I don't know why it keeps buggering up on that sound. That's annoying. If you use a team like it's Vader, and there's a few different ways you do it, but Vader and KRU is the main thing, because KRU, you keep using his basic. I guess that little sound plays for a while, and if I do them fast in a row, it's got a bunch of them to burn. So Vader with KRU as a tank, and then KRU has his basic, which lands tenacity down, so Vader can keep landing the dots. If you got Lord Vader, it's even better. He's land all sorts of dots. You put Watt in there, because he throws dots on with his basic. You get some other characters like Shak T, who can call in KRU to assist. Maybe 3PO. I think you can put BB-8 in there. You can put Thrawn in there. There's different ways to put it together, but the goal is to land as many dots as possible, and have Darth Vader doing as much damage as possible, and then build it up and just do one giant culling blade and smack the Gamo in P1 of the C-Pit with Darth Vader's culling blade, and he'll do like a couple million damage or whatever. I don't know the number, but so that's the goal of that team. So Vader, out of those you mentioned, really none of them are for the C-Pit, but Vader will work for the C-Pit with those other characters there. So that would be the way to go. Extortion, thank you. You guys mentioned extortion, thank you. Let's see what the vote's at. Now, you know what? It's 91% Nooch music. We got 11 votes. I'm going to end this poll. That means one person voted for you for dramatic music. I appreciate you. Whoever voted for dramatic music, I appreciate you. We'll leave the poll up for a while. I'm going to pop in. I'm going to bring back the Nooch music. And what I'm going to do is this way. I've got a montage put together. I don't have it uploaded here, so let me get it uploaded. Because that way it mixes up and plays all the music, right? Instead of just one piece at a time. Let me pop that in there. So give me a second here, everybody. I think that's going to be the majority. People like the music on the channel, and what's the date on these things? Huh. Okay, I'm going to drop this in here. Stop. Okay, you can't see anything. You're blind! Because I do this wrong. I should just make a music mix and then drop it in as a, I kind of make a video out of it. I'm working backwards. So here we go. And we turn. The music is probably really loud right now. Too loud. Too loud. Okay, there we go. There we go. The Nooch music is back. We'll leave the poll up for a while. But there you go. Nooch music is back. Let me know how the volume is. Let's see here. Do I like Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga better or worse than the original Lego Star Wars? Well, I only played the original Lego Star Wars game recently, so I don't have like embedded memories. You know, when you play something as a child or as a young person, or really at any time, and it's something you really love, it can become embedded in you, and then it's tough for anything to take its place. So for some people who really loved the original Lego Star Wars, the what was it called? The classic, the complete saga. If you loved Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, was that what it's called? It was something like that. Then you would have a hard time with any game replacing it. Like, it just keeps a place in your heart. Like Empire Strikes Back for me. It's tough for me to replace that with any other Star Wars movie. You know, I really love Rogue One. Revenge of the Sith is great. I love Mando a lot, you know, but it's just hard to replace Empire Strikes Back for me. So I can see where somebody would feel that way. I like Skywalker Saga better. It's just a better game. So for me, I like Skywalker Saga better. Farmer Luke is almost at max. All right, then. I don't know, that's not really a question. You put Newt with Django B1, Watt and Magna for offense. Newt should never be on defense, in my opinion. He can really cause some problems on defense, or people can underestimate Newt on defense. I would agree with you. When you get up at the Kyber level, Mr. Anonymous, I think that Newt up at the Kyber level would be questionable on defense, wouldn't be as good on defense, but when anything leading up to Kyber, people can be caught off guard with a really nice Newt team on defense, and they don't really understand how to beat it, and then they end up losing. But if you put B1 in there, I mean, what do you do with Grievous and B2? What's your Grievous team if you do that, Mr. Anonymous? All right, we're gonna end this poll. This poll is a dominant. That's just dominant. Yeah, what do you do with Grievous, Mr. Anonymous? I'd like to hear that. You wonder how many kids got into Slytherin. I don't know, but it corrupted them for life, for sure. We need new towers in Lego Star. Hey, I agree with that, but they add new towers and they're not very exciting, so I don't know what else you would add. You could just do an auto-clicker. Yeah, I know I could, but I don't do it. I like doing it this way. It's better to come on here and have fun, talk. By the way, Ash, I appreciate that. Thanks for joining. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, you can do an auto-clicker. You can also go to, I forget the site. Do you guys hear that? That sound just kind of pops in there every now and then, and I can't get rid of it. I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate it, Ash. And I know I could use an auto-clicker, but for me, I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy coming on here. We can talk while I do it. We can we can have some fun, get to know each other a little better, and then just have a good time. You know what I mean? What else we got? Hang on. Button. There we go. I need to go for a bit. See you, Pac-Man. 23. He'll be back in 23. I don't know if we probably will still be here. Darth Tor and Woodle, number 2. Please, may you help me choose what to say to next. Well, I need a list. What are the options? What are the options, Darth? I mean, that's a really broad question. What are the options, Darth? Tell me what you got. Hey, Nooch, what do you think the best JMK no cat team is? Oh, man. I don't know the answer to that. Hang on. JMK no cat. I'm not gonna have a good answer for you. You gotta have gas in there, obviously. I mean, maybe you kind of mix in Hoda. Maybe Hoda would be good in there, helping out. But I am not like super JMK Jedi Master, know everything about JMK. I do need to learn a little more. You know, when I had my account back then, I had Lord Vader, but I didn't do Kenobi. Cause hosed. And then I got this account here that I'm playing with, and it's got Jedi Master Kenobi, but I need to really look at his abilities, but man, maybe you mix in Hoda for Commander Ahsoka. She makes the team so dang good. I don't know. That's a really good question. Maybe throw Padme in there? Padme's only going to help. Well, with protection up, Padme's going to make a pretty big difference, so maybe throw Padme in there. Does Padme give... Stacks of courage is her leadership ability, right? Let me go look. Nobody's getting courage if she's not the leader, right? I mean, that's... Let's go look at her just to make sure. I mean, she's Galactic Republic. Let's look at Jedi Master Kenobi's leader ability first. How about that? So... all light side... 30 speed and 20... Galactic Republic gain protection up. Can't be dispelled for 4 turns. That's going to go with Padme's unique. While he has high ground light side damage, take 20% less damage. Sorry about there. Galactic Republic can't be critically hit. The tanks... if they're all Galactic Republic or light side unaligned force users, at the start of the battle, all allies are Galactic Republic or light. So you don't want to go with Hoda. First time an ally reaches center, they spell debuffs himself. Yep. Whenever they use a basic ability, he gains ultimate charge, armor penetration, double. And he's surely got other stuff in here that. So, I mean, yeah, Padme might fit really well in that team, actually. Where's Padme? You're breaking my heart! Here's her unique. She's Unifear. Whenever a light side ally loses protection up, so when they lose it after 4 turns, they recover health. Okay. They can't gain or lose bonus turn meter. Whenever an attack out of return, they gain protection up. Increase, yeah, so if they get attacked on a turn, they're just going to start stacking. Wait. Protection up more, so 10%. So she might fit pretty well in there with that protection up stuff. That's the only thing I can really think of. I'm not the expert. I'm sorry, Wilson Young. I apologize. I wish I had more expertise to offer there, but, you know, I haven't really done my homework on that necessarily. But you want to go Galactic Republic or unaligned force users for sure. So that could mean you could put a Rey in there, maybe. Jedi training Rey, maybe. I don't know. Alec Bart, what villain do you like the best in the prequels? General Grievous, Asajj? Well, Asajj is not in the prequels. Or Count Dooku. General Grievous. I'm not a huge Count Dooku fan. Okay, you guys can hear this, right? I don't know why. It just gets stuck on that noise every now and then. But I keep exiting out. It's obnoxious. Let's see. I'm working on relicking SLKR and I'm turning the sound off. It's obviously not going to stop getting stuck. Alright, yeah, I'm just turning the sound off. That's annoying. I'm working on relicking SLKR and Vader, but I have 2 Zetas ready. Should I put them on Padme? I'm using Anakin with Qui-Gon or CLS. Yeah, that's good. Assuming you have the other rebels, CLS would be the choice. Padme's really good, but if you're limited on characters and you're putting Anakin, excuse me. If Anakin's not on the Padme team, that's kind of the handicap of Qui-Gon Jinn. And it's why you kind of want to have a secondary Jedi team to use with them, excuse me, and take them on offense and use them that way, because on defense it could be killed if you don't have Anakin in there on defense. He's the difference maker. And if you're up in Kyber, it doesn't matter. You never put him on defense because that's dumb. I mean, unless you have a really good idea for a Galactic Republic team to use with her without Anakin, I would put him on CLS and work on my Rebel team, because I think that's going to give you 2 better full squad teams. I mean, you could put together a secondary Padme team with like GK and Ahsoka, and if you got Barriss off, you put her in there, maybe R2, but that's not as good. Without Anakin, there's not a lot of punch there, and you might be better off with the CLS team, really maxing out a CLS team, and then you got some serious punch with CLS. That's what I suggest there. Cedric. Bimgus, Teresa got all the C-Rex done. Oh, Bimgus is right around the corner from Sith the Turtle. What? One last question from Tristan Money. You have 1 Zeta ready for someone, and about a week from Darth Revan, Do you Zeta and Omi Zam? Darth Revan. Wait for Darth Revan. Save it for Darth Revan. I love Zam as much as... I mean, unless you have like a fully relicked bounty hunter squad, then maybe you throw it on Zam if you got a... But if you don't have a fully relicked, you know, leveled up, geared up, maxed out bounty hunter squad, there's no... You don't put it on Zam. Save it for Darth Revan. I've never seen Nuke get holes in defense against... Well, yeah, against smart players. Yeah, but... I guess, Mr. Anonymous, I guess the thing about Newt on the Grievous team is it's just kind of an old school move. And so for those of us who do it, you still didn't answer. GG's with Droidica Magna. You said Magna earlier, I thought. You said you use Newt, Django, B1 Watt, and Magna on offense, so you can't use Magna on defense. Yeah, you could throw some droids in for GG on defense. I can see that. Anyway. My tag backward is Dad Straw Rats. Dad Straw Rats. Dad Straw Rats. Thanks, Alec. I think it's just a holdover from old school remnant stuff with Newt, and I think it's a struggle to find a full team to put with Grievous. Although once you get Executor and you've got IG Relics and you've got BB, maybe you do, but then you kind of lose. You know, you're trading out JTR, so you got to find a different place to put JTR, Jedi Training Ray. So I mean, I get it. I fully get it. I don't think it's really a team that is meant to absorb, like, get your Jedi Knight Revan off the board. But I know what you're saying. I get it. Either way, it's gonna be Jedi. I get what you're saying. Tristan Bond recommend. Yep. Right. Wait for DR. I agree. Darth Mike Lego. Darth Mike Lego. I haven't met you before, Darth Mike Lego. Have you been? Are you enjoy a good Lego build, or have you popped on any of those streams or shows? I'm actually gonna put together like a chill build stream, not a stream, but just a video. I'm gonna build this little thing. It'll probably only be 10-15 minutes. But I might start doing some chill build stuff. Just get on there with no music. Everybody kind of likes the sound of Legos being built. And just kind of build for a while. Maybe it's just something you can follow some ASMR stuff. Do you like Freemakers, the Star Wars show? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Is that a YouTube show or something? Like a podcast? Geobrood Alpha or Padme Second Zeta? Let's look. I think it's probably Padme, but let's look. So, if we assume with Padme, so the leader Zeta is, while they have protection up, light side allies resist all debuffs and can't be critically hit. That would be your first one. And her second one would be this. This protection up can't be prevented or dispelled and is increased to 40% if Haha, that's nice. Now, Geobrood Alpha, his second Zeta would be the leader Zeta, right? Because your first one is Queen's Will, right? So your first Zeta on Geobrood Alpha is Queen's Will, which means that at the start of the encounter, summon a Geonosian Brute who taunts her on turn. The second one is Leader, which is basic ability Geonosian allies deal 10% more damage for each buffed enemy. And they're constantly doing I think Padme first. I say Padme. Geos do lose a little bit of effectiveness as you get farther in the game. I end up using them on offense. I don't really want them on defense. I'd rather have them on offense and get some full banners. I'd say Padme. Ash! I'm unlocking Jedi Master Luke soon. I'm wondering if I will ever want to Zeta Jedi Knight Luke's lead, or does he always go on... No! So, let's look at that, too. I can't remember what the Zeta was, but I think you're going to want to get it. So, what the deal is... One thing I will tell you, Ash, is on my old account, I did not activate Jedi Master Luke's ultimate, and I don't remember it ever costing me anything. So, He kind of has the worst ultimate of anybody, but Jedi Knight Luke's leadership. Let's see what it is. Did I pass him up? No. His score should be higher. Okay. So his leader, Zeta. At the start of the encounter, they all gain Heroes Arise. Heroes Arise is dispel all debuffs and oh no, you need this. So this ability is what you use. Let me pull it up there again. This ability is what you use to finish Tier 3 of the Separatist Assault battles. So you bring in Jedi Knight Luke as the leader, and as you get to the end of each one of those, because he's granted 100% turn meter, so he always takes a turn immediately after this. So you want to open up every round of the assault battle of the Separatist. I can't remember what the Separatist assault battle is called, but you want to open up every round with him stunning the entire other team. Okay, you want him to stun the entire other team. So you want this Zeta, because what happens is you get to where you're really close to finishing it, like you get a B1 down to like 33% health. You use this ability with whatever Jedi, except for older Padawan, whatever Jedi you got, use this ability. Boom, they all attack. It's done. He gets a bonus turn at the beginning of the next round, and he just stuns everybody. And that's how you beat Tier 3, probably even Tier 2 of the Separatist Assault battles. So you want that leader ability, because that's, as far as I know, is really the only way and the easiest. It's for sure the easiest way and the best way to beat the Tier 3 of that Assault battle. So yes, that's what I would say to you, Ash. Plus, if you end up like in Grand Arena, doing like just Grand Arena, just doing Luke with Hoda against teams, you want the ability for the same reason. You want to pop it right back to Luke and give him a turn. I'm not pulling very many. It's been a while since I pulled like some good character shards here. Is old Obi-Wan any good because I've been using him? Yeah, he is good on the right team. He can work on a Rebel team. He doesn't get used as much anymore. When they reworked him a while back, he was pretty good. You could use him on like I'm not sure, like I guess he'd be okay. I'm not sure what you use. He's kind of a plug and play tank, right? Like you can put him in for on almost any team. Is just kind of here's a tank. He can land ability block everybody, give him some potency up, land a bunch of ability block, and then he can tank and give everybody a bunch of abilities when he dies. I can't remember if he just gives that to Rebels or gives it to everybody, but he's still, either way, is still just a good plug-and-play tank for a bunch of teams. What did Darth Michael Lego say? Okay, wait for DR. Scramba in! First order well, can you could you be more specific, Scramba? Butters, I don't have your intro ready yet. I'll get it ready, I promise. I didn't get it together. I'll get it together by tomorrow. You really like the HP boost at R2. Now, I think that's a good point. You know, for droids with extra HP, that's perfect for Grievous. And you don't see a lot of Grievous in R2 out there. The issue is that Grievous just sucks away all their health, and he kind of just kills off the rest of the team. But I know what you're saying. The R2 health boost for Grievous, that's not a bad little. Support move there. How long in this game would it take for a level 1 endless army to win against one of the... You would never win. A level 1 endless army against Jedi Master Kenobi would never win. It would be an infinity proposition. They remove crystals from Arena. Am I correct in saying this is highly effective free to play? Because it's taking ages to level compared to before the change, especially if they don't get enough sim tickets. So... I have a direct comparison for this Gian. Is it Gian? I did my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren rush while you were still getting crystals in Squad Arena. And when I was able to climb up, in the top ranks of Squad Arena with my KRU squad, it really aided my farming a lot. And then I was able to push forward with the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and I was at the top of Arena for a few months before they got rid of the crystals there. So, it's a different setup, but I still think that over time, the crystals balance out. It's just when you don't get them in chunks like that every day, it's tougher to swallow. But if you do moderately well in Grand Arena, the crystals, I think, balance out over time, even at the lower levels. And when you get up to like Kyber level, you're way better off with the current system the way it is, even if you lose Grand Arena. But yeah, it's challenging because they just don't come in chunks. You know, you get them in chunks once a week, and then once a month you get a giant chunk of crystals. So you really have to manage them over time, as opposed to when it was in Squad Arena, you could really manage them on a daily basis. It was just a different way of managing. You just have to make sure you have a really good inventory of crystals on hand. Don't just spend them. Just make sure you keep them around. That's really what you're looking for there. But yeah, I get it. You don't get enough sim tickets, so you're not at level 65 yet. Is it 60 or 65? As soon as you get ships open, you should be getting sim tickets every single day, and you should never have to worry about sim. So, okay, Gian. Once you get ships open, which I think is 65, it's either 60 or 65, you're never going to worry about sim tickets again. It's not going to be a problem. So, you know, but I don't know what that has to do with... Oh, because you have to keep playing the battles. I get it. You will not have to worry about sim tickets again, which as soon as you hit ships. As soon as you open them, you don't need... Sim tickets are not important. You meant B2. Okay, all right. I get it. Makes sense. Millennium Falcon Microfighter is really a fun build. Hey, that's cool. Guapo. El guapo. Would you say I have a plethora of balloons? Why are we putting codes in chat? What are you talking about? I don't see any codes in chat. Hey, Sith Gorilla, what's happening? If you had enough gear to relic 2 characters, which executor prerequisites would you... Bosk. Bosk and Bosk. And Bosk. Relic Bosk, please. And probably Piet and Bosk. And... I say that because Bosk is so good. With my Relic 8 Bosk, I'm telling you guys on my Star Wars Dad account, my Relic 8 Bosk carries me through so much stuff. And I'm going to have that Relic 9. I'm going to get that Relic 9 for my next update video on that account. I probably will do it on the account. And that Relic 9 Bosk is gross. So I would say Bosk first and Piet second. That would be my choice there. And I'm trying to think of the rest of the requirements. Boba Fett, Dengar, IG-88, Cad Bane's not a... I don't think he's a requirement, but his ship is. Bam's not a requirement, but his ship is. Is there somebody else that I'm not thinking of? It's Bosk and Piet. Those are the first two. Those are the two you should relic first. Because Piet will help your... Bosk will just help your bounty hunters to help all of your fleets, whatever fleet you put the Houndstooth on. Piet will help either Imperial Troopers or Darth Vader. He's really good on a Darth Vader team. On any kind of Empire team, Piet is a monster. So, yeah, that's why you do it. Sith Gorilla! What is the worst character in the game? It's what is she called? There's a plethora of them. There's a plethora. Mob Enforcer is pretty darn bad. Ugnaught. I think because Ugnaught has no like faction. Let's look. Does the Ugnaught have a faction alliance? There's no Cloud City alliance. Let's see here. I haven't even looked at the Ugnaught. Let's do this. We'll type in Ugnaught. Ugnaught. Light side support. This is what a tool this is. I mean, this is the worst character in the game. At least Mob Enforcer has a tag, right? At least I think she's what is she? Hut Cartel. Well, now she's Hut Cartel, but you have to relic her up to get Jabba, I'm sure, which is horrific. She's the Rose of the Jabba farm. Oh man. Scoundrel. So she fits. You can put her on a Scoundrel team, but she's still pretty horrible. But it's Ugnaught's the worst, man. Ugnaught's the worst. Oh look, I just got to my reset. It's 4 o'clock. Yep, Bosk and Piet. All right. Gian, you're getting daily crystals for wherever you are in Grand. Well, actually, let me say. Until you get to level 85, you're not getting daily crystals, are you? That's why ships are so important. That's why ships are so important, because you're not getting daily crystals until you're in Grand Arena. So in Grand Arena, you get daily crystals, you get weekly crystals when your round finishes, and then you get a monthly crystal when you finish. Well, now every 3 weeks you get a boatload of crystals for whatever place you finish or how you perform. But until you get to Grand Arena, you're not getting really anything. It's all in the ships, man. You got to farm ships to get those crystals. Boba, Dengar, IG. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was thinking. And yeah, I don't think any of those are in that. After that, it's probably that order: Boba, Dengar, maybe TIE Pilot before IG, just because you can use TIE Pilot in an Executor counter with General Grievous. Star Wars Dad, should you keep crystals or should you use them to get to level 85 quicker? You should use them to get to level 85 as fast as possible. You want to get to level 85 for that reason. You start getting daily crystals for Grand Arena once you play. Well, I think even when you qualify, you get into Grand Arena as fast as possible. Get to level 85. The game is a different game when you get there. So get to level 85 as fast as possible, then you can start saving crystals again. With the SLK rush, you're going to focus ships. Yeah, no. As soon as you... So, when you get to ships... In the SLKR rush, you should max out TIE Silencer ASAP. Like, that should be the first ship that... If you're farming Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Cantina, you're getting those shards. So keep farming it. I know it goes against some reason there, but keep farming it until you have 330 shards for the TIE Silencer. So as soon as you get ships open, you can use TIE Silencer. You can level it up. You can take whatever your Gear 11 or Gear 12 Kylo Ren unmasked, and you can use that ship to carry you really hard forward in ships arena. So that's what I would suggest there, is really farm the TIE Silencer really hard. In addition to whatever other ships you're farming, if you got Anakin there, you can do him. Ahsoka, you can do her. But as soon as you can farm the ships for the finalizer, which is Houndstooth, Slave One, Boba Fett Starship, Houndstooth, Slave One. What else is there? Brain networking. Brain has stopped. Cad Bane, the something blood, Xanadu blood, TIE Fighter to First Order shuttle or Kylo Ren shuttle. First Order TIE Fighter. I feel like, Darth Vader's ship. You should be farming those ASAP. I made several videos on that when I was going through. I'm like, man, I probably cost myself 2 weeks to a month by not farming those earlier. I just dialed in. When I figured it out, I was refreshing those nodes every day to get them done faster. I really went after it hard once I got those done. And then I started saving crystals. And then one finalizer event, I blew through it like 6 or 7 times and unlocked the finalizer. And then started getting my tickets. The spice must flow. Thanks, Jedi. Jedi Richard Sense. That's more of a Dune reference than what I believe. Am I right? Am I right? Huh? You know, it's funny that the spice mines of Kessel. Maybe that's from Solo. I don't know. Is it? Dune is where spice came from, but they was also mentioned in the original New Hope. The spice, 3PO talks about it, right? Will be sent to the spice mines of Kessel or smashed into who knows what. I think that's in the first movie. Might be an Empire. I don't know. Well, we're out of questions, folks. Keep it rolling. Anybody else got? Ask me some personal stuff, man. Check it. See what's going on. Oh man. We'll just do this to the music for a little bit. I'll turn the music up. I wish I could turn the sound up for this thing. Let me see if it's still messing up. It's okay now. I'll get you in a minute, Alec. Let's just chill for a minute. Yeah, that's just a lot of lag here. This is not how... Do I think they should add George Lucas in the game? That'd be funny. No, no. When's the next life advice stream? Right now, Adam. Fire away, buddy. Ask me anything. I guess I could do that, like the what did we call it before? Like the Star Wars dad gives life advice. That was a good one. That was fun because people were actually asking me questions. I could do that. We'll do that sometime soon. Sometime soon. Mrs. Nooch is back in a couple of days. I'll be glad to have her back in the house after a couple of weeks. No, Adam, I didn't get it. I'll have his intro ready by tomorrow, I promise. I'm doing this. Hey, Sonam, welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. You're doing the sea journey with the free to play. What do you think of Darth Talon? I'm not real educated on Darth Talon. Let's go take a look at her right now, and I'll tell you what I think of her. I know that she gives some real good abilities to a Sith leader. Let's go look at Darth Talon. I know they were trying to create characters that you could plug into a bunch of different teams and they could really be good, and I think they succeeded, especially with Darth Dash Rendar leading like a smuggler team. He's really good up there. Darth Talon, where is she? I guess here we go. Darth Talon. Basic ability. Deal physical damage, inflict ability block. If the target was already debuffed, reduce the cooldown of Dark Frenzy by 1. Dark Frenzy. Deal physical damage and gain Frenzy for 2 turns. If target enemy was debuffed, gain 2 stacks of Loyal. See, these get so complex, it gets difficult for me to dig in. Okay. 2 stacks of Loyal Hand, max 20, and deal damage to an additional time to all enemies if they were debuffed. Loyal Hand plus 10% max protection and offense. So she can get an extra 200% offense, which is nice. Very nice. That's only 2. Does she get more from somewhere else? If they're all Sith, whenever leaders damage, they all gain 5%. So you're getting turn meter for your team. If the leader gets damaged. First time they would be defeated while Darth Talon is active. They dispel all debuffs on themselves. Okay, recover 100% health and gain 100% turn meter. Then Darth Talon gains 3 stacks of Loyal Hand, max 20, loses 50. So if somebody dies, she gets it. Loses 50% and gains stealth. Darth Talon can't be defeated by standard Dark Frenzy's cooldown is refreshed. And here, at the start of the battle, she gains stealth. They all gain max health, offense, and 20 speed whenever she falls below 100%. Alright, hang on. Can I scroll slower? I mean, when a Grand Arena's target enemy is inflicted with Isolate or Pain, her attacks gain additional effects. Okay, so Isolate or Pain would come with, that'd come with Treya's team. Whenever she defeats an enemy, all other Sith eyes gain 5%. Isolate, the lower the cool. So she keeps doing Dark Frenzy over and over and gets those stacks going. I mean, she's not going to fit on a Sith Eternal team. Now that I have this, hold on. What? I need to do this. I didn't realize I had an Omicron. But watch this. I've been waiting for this. Ah! I don't know if it should go on... I feel like it should go on my Wampa. But it might go better on... Nah. I'm gonna do this Omicron of Wampa right now. Omicron! Wild and Grand Arenas, 100% tenacity, no other active allies. He gains 75 defense, health, protection, offense, doubled. There's only one active enemy at the start of battle. Or you can't, if it's, wow. Whenever he's damaged by an attack, inflict 2 stacks of damage over time. Jeez, okay. Done. I want to use that so bad I'll have to wait till next round. So Darth Talon could really fit in with some of your other Sith. The real problem is that you're not really farming any viable Sith in the Sith Eternal Emperor. I mean, Darth Maul, Dooku is viable. Darth Sidious is not. I think that's it, right? I think that's it. I mean, Vader, Palpatine, okay, but... yeah, I mean, Sith Marauder. So... it really fits better. I mean, I guess if you put her on the Palpatine team there, obviously in Grand Arena she fits best on the. I wonder what would happen if you had her on a team with Mara Jade with the Emperor. How would that work? That could be interesting. So yeah, so Omicron with Traya, right? So I mean, obviously she's good. She's gonna be a longer farm. She's only 1 shard at a time still, I believe. So it's gonna take you a minute to farm her. Does that help, Sonam? What's my favorite song in Star Wars? My favorite song in Star Wars, and then he left, is the Imperial March. No doubt about it. Let me go up here. What's my advice for project management, managing a team, managing tasks? Are you asking in real life? That's really broad, Adam. If you're managing projects and managing a team and managing the tasks on a daily basis for the team, you better have some lists made up. I mean, you better have some written down stuff that you know has to be accomplished every day. You better be doing a lot of checking in. You don't want to micromanage, but you have to be doing. I mean, you got a lot going on there. If that's the situation, you're gonna. So what you're describing. What you're describing is like a program manager where they're managing project managers and tasks and everything else. I mean, you just really have to manage all that stuff. You have to come up with a plan. You have to know exactly what you're going to do. You should have some managers under you, hopefully, maybe not. You have to have a lot of faith in your people. You have to really tightly manage those who need it. But it's all going to come down to the faith in your people and how you really trust them to do the work and how you coach and train them up to do the work. If you're managing your own projects and other project managers and the tasks they do every day, yeah, you better have some lists written down of your priorities. You better have a really solid short-term and long-term plan written out and detailed, and have gone over it with your boss, so you have your boss fully on board with what you're doing. Because if your boss isn't on board, you're going to have a lot of trouble enforcing what you've got written up. You got to keep track of what's going on without micromanaging. You got to have some people you can trust. And you have to do a lot of coaching and development of people to really get them in the position where they can succeed without your help on a daily basis, because you don't have time to dig into everybody's business all at the same time. That's my main piece of advice for that, if that helps. Finished C last month of the Ultimate. I think she should be pretty good. I don't know. I don't know that Talon is going to fit super well on a C team. It's the C team is all about C. The only thing I could see it really helping you with would be increasing his turn meter so he takes more turns, but the C team is all about just getting to C's ultimate, and then he kills everybody. So I don't know if she's going to be a super big help to that team, honestly. He probably would work the same without it. Yeah, she's a stat boost for Sith, but yeah. Backness. She is good on the C team. Well, does she give you some extra stuff on the C team that you can kill? Because C's not my favorite. Like, he definitely has some limitations. I'm gonna turn that sound off again. Sorry, everybody. I like having the little tring sound, but that that humming in the background is beyond obnoxious. Is Aiden's Omicron good for defense? Yes. Aiden's Omicron transforms that team and just really makes them, I mean, you can run into like less than geared Omicrons or teams, and yeah, her Omicron for GAC is really, really strong. Really strong. If you've got an Imperial Trooper team, if you got that secondary Imperial Trooper team with like Magma Trooper and Snow Trooper, maybe Death Trooper, and I don't know, whatever, somebody else, Range Trooper. Her Omicron is really strong in Grand Arena on defense. I put it on defense, but yeah. Client must be restarted. Is there an update? Did an update just come out? Did they update the mods? Am I a fan of the Solo movie at all? I like the Solo movie. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's an amazing movie, but I really enjoyed the Solo. There is, I said this the other day, there is a level of fan service in the Solo movie that, you know, it's like, okay, we get it. His name is Solo because he was alone. That's kind of pushing it a little bit. You know, but we get to meet Chewie for the first time. We learn that Han speaks Wookiee. Oh, is this the mods? If this is the mods, that might be my next stream. No, it's Skiff Guard. Blah, blah, blah. I want the mods, man. All right. I like Solo. I think it's entertaining. I think it's fun. He shoots first at the end. Spoiler alert. Too late. I like Emphas Nest as a character. I thought the whole revealing she was a woman was overdone. As usually, as soon as she went to take the mask off, I'm like, oh, she's a woman, and there she was. It wasn't even like it wasn't even, yeah. And it doesn't bother me or help me or whatever. It just seemed like a pretty pretentious gag anymore. I mean, that happens just so often. You know, it's not a new thing. Like, hey, I talk like a man, but I take the mask off, or you know, you pull my hair down and I'm a woman. Rah! But I like the Solo movie. I really enjoyed it. I've watched it more than once. How many 25-second interval Grammarly commercials would it take for you to beat the crap out of your PC? Hele, is it Lucifer or Lucifer? Is it like Lucifer pronounced like that? Let me know how you pronounce it. How many 25-second interval Grammarly commercials would it take for you to beat the crap out of your PC? Like commercials you can't skip? Perhaps you need an ad blocker, my friend. It would take a lot for me to have to beat the crap out of my PC. Because, you know, you spend $1,000 building a computer. You don't just want to beat the crap out of it. You gotta find something else to beat the crap. You know, you could throw plush Max Rebo across the room, you know, zip, just toss plush Max Rebo across the room, and dang, maybe that would feel better. Although eventually he's got beads in him, eventually his seams would pop and the beads would fly everywhere. But that's a better way to then, you know, that's a better thing than taking it out on your PC. Uh-oh. Max Rebo. Max Rebo. Nico Gira, welcome to the channel. Nice to meet you. You just made the best decision of your Star Wars life because we have an awesome community here. Adam, you manage a small team of 8 to 10 folks. We work on product development as well as just executing our current products. So far as list management, did you use notebooks? I like the past tense since I'm unemployed right now. Did you use notebooks when you had a job? Digital lists. I've been looking at implementing getting things done methodology. Yeah, I get it. I get that for team management. Like, you want to have a list out there for the team. You know, hey, you gotta. How is your, you know, attend 5 scrums and do this, do that, whatever. Whatever. Did you get to part 2? You know, you were in phase 1 last week. Are you in phase 2 yet? You said phase 2 of this project was going to start Monday. Did you start it? Here's your list. I get that. And maybe you have people put together a list and that report to you and they've got it put together. Or maybe the people, maybe only, you know, help the people that really need the help. That's always been my philosophy as a manager. If I've got 10 employees, probably 2 to 4 of them, probably 2 of them are just going to be bangers, right? They're going to be awesome. They know their stuff. They're just crushing it. They're just killing it every day. They don't need any help. They're independent workers who get things done. You never bother them. You just you make sure they're okay, and you need any help with anything. What do you need my help with? You get them that help wherever possible. You're there to support those people and make sure that your horses can run, right? That's the top tier of your team. The next tier, like the middle tier, the next 6 people is, folks that maybe need a little bit of help with managing their schedules. They might need to ask you some questions, more often maybe daily they have questions, and not crazy stuff, but stuff that you would expect in the job, stuff you can handle. And, so you work with them, you say, hey, project manager 3, make sure you put together your list. You've got this, here's an example. And you give them examples, right? You say, here's how I did it when I was a project manager. I had a list, I had notebooks put together, and I'd have a page for each project, and I'd tack it off as I go, or I'd have it in whatever project management software you got. And as I go down the waterfall, I click off each waterfall, whatever it is. And you work with those people individually to coach them up and get them ready, because your top 2 people at some point are going to move on and get promoted, right? They're the people that get promoted. So you better have somebody behind them ready to fill that spot. That's where all your coaching and management comes in. Then you're going to have your bottom 1 or 2 people that you're really looking at and saying, this is not always true, but you're looking at them and you're saying, these people are not very good at their jobs, and they're probably in the wrong job. They maybe need to move on, and those, or they need a lot of development, right? They need a lot of development, so you're in there, every day with them. Hey, give me your list in the morning. What does your day look like? Send me your schedule each morning. Let's talk through it. Let's make sure you got it under control. Maybe you paired one of those. If you have one of your top people that is interested in being a manager or a leader, you pair one of your bottom people with one of your top people. You say, hey, project manager 1, can you work with project manager 10 to check their schedule every day, work with them on their schedule in the mornings, and see what's going on, walk them through. So that's a way that I would manage a team too, is I give, not only are you giving opportunity to that top person to really develop their chops, their leadership chops, if that's what they want, you're also, it's also a better voice a lot of times, right? If your boss is telling you to do something, it comes across in a different way than if somebody that you work with that's on your team that's leading this, it comes across in a different way. So I would look for those opportunities to pair up people as leaders, to say, hey, you're a leader, go work. Man, now you're getting my juices flowing again, dude. I was so exhausted in my previous job. I forgot how much fun this stuff is, But you pair those people up. You find your top producers. You put them with your bottom producers. They coach them up, and then you also find out, is your top producer ready for that next move? Do they have the chops that takes to move into the manager role, to move into the senior project manager role, whatever? And you kind of learn more about that person. You check in with them once a week. How's your thing with project manager 10 going? Is that person doing their job every day? They need help with something? Or is in that So you learn a lot by doing stuff like that with your team, and that's how I would really manage it. As far as when I say lists, I mean you as a leader. I personally, I get out my notebook each morning and make a list, and I got running lists of stuff. Get a list of things, you check it off as you go. You probably won't get to all of it every day. That's how it goes. But you have a running list of big stuff you got to do, a running list of small stuff you got to do. Writing it down to me is always, I like writing it down. To me, it sticks in my brain better. And because when you write something, it's better than typing. When you type something, it's fine. When you write something, it sticks with you because it takes you longer to write. You really got to listen, got to pay attention. So I as a manager, I remember I had a boss who he would fill up a notebook a month. Like he would, one of these, this is a 80 sheet college line notebook. He'd fill this up on every month, just writing down everything. When he sit down with you to see what's going on, he'd be writing it down the whole time. Everybody does it differently, but I think writing it down really helps you accomplish lists and get things done. So there you go. That's my advice. I'm pushing Beskar Manor right now. Is there any easy way to farm the requirements quicker? And what team is good with Beskar Manor? It shouldn't be that much of it should be a pretty easy farm. I mean, you're getting 2 shards at a time, and you're just farming Mando, Grief Karga, IG, Quill, and Cara Dune. And I think that Quill is in an interesting node that gets farmed for something else, right? What do you get in the Quill node? I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to keep pushing here, but what's in the Quill node? You get something else in the Quill node that actually works for other stuff. It's a ship, I think. I feel like there's a ship in the Quill node that benefits other stuff. It shouldn't be that bad of a farm, Sans 27.0. So I don't really have a way to speed it up, and you only really need guys at like Relic or Gear 9. I think you can finish that event with that team at Gear 9. So it's really a pretty easy farm for the BAM Legendary event. That's my 2 cents there. The Engineer, just need 4 tunes to Relic for Profundity. Is the list out? Did I miss that? Wait a minute. How did I miss this? What was I looking at? I didn't... When did this come out? I'm a moron. Wow. Did this come out while I was hanging out with my buddies all last week? Was this last week? Because I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so you need 4 tunes for Profundity. What do you think? What do you think? Who to put on Admiral Radis' team? Well, I don't know enough about Admiral Radis. I know he's a Rogue One. Jin, Cassian, K2, and, well, Bodhi Rook. Excuse me, hang on. Don't do Bodhi Rook. Jin, Cassian, K2. Who is a good solo? I mean, you can have Pow. You can have the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder's a second tank. Biston has a little bit of interesting stuff. I think he gives offense up to everybody. Those are the ones I would think of. Pow on almost any team is really cool. Just the amount of turns you can get out of Pow's Zeta. That's why he does really well on that Mon Mothma team. So I wouldn't think he would hurt you on that team either. The annoying pack sound bug. That's what that is. Does that exist for other people too, or is it just me? She just boosts the stats for C. She's a GL, so yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just don't feel like he needs it that much. Lucy got it right first time. Arnold always butchers it. Lucifer. Okay. Arnold, he says Lucifer. Arnold says it wrong. He says Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer, buddy. Giorgio. My friends all call me Giorgio. That was a meme. That was a meme video out. That was funny. I like those. Is first order type out Omicron worth it? Yes. And well, it depends on what your team is, but it's a good Omicron. It really ramps up that team a lot, and it makes what it does more than I know it's supposed to help Phasma. For me, what it does more than anything is it actually helps KRU even accomplish a little. Like you put them with KRU on like that kind of team on offense, and it can really cause some havoc. So I think it's worth it, but it's not at the top of the list. You know, you top your list is your Qui-Gon, your Iden Versio, your Zam, the Star Killers, obviously. I'm trying to think of some other ones, but it's on the list. It's probably middle tier, and top of the middle tier. It does pretty good. So yeah, it's a good one. If you're doing a first order, it makes the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren rush farm a little better for you, because you got more Grand Arena teams that you can function in Grand Arena with while you're farming Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and going straight for him. So it makes that farm a little bit more palatable, having that Grand Arena Omicron on First Order TIE Pilot. New Rex for Jabba. Jawa, C-3PO, Jedi Knight Luke, and What are they all like? Relic 8? Did that just come out? Let's look it up. Or are you just predicting it? You're just predicting that? Where's that out? It's not in the announcements. We're about due for that announcement, but I haven't seen it yet. Or is it in the game? Let's take a look. There it is. Okay. Skiff Guard, Jedi Knight Luke, Jawa, C-3PO. Those aren't so bad. I mean, you knew that Skiff Guard would be there, and of course you're going to have, I can't remember, Bosch or whatever. You're going to have Leia's character going to be required. You always have a couple new ones. They got to get you. So Kersantin, no, it's 3 new ones then. Kersantin, Han Solo, Gammo, The Outrider, Garrido. Skiff Guard, Janet Luke Skywalker, Rower, C-3PO. Okay. And waiting on the next ones. By the way, I do not plan to spend $1,000 or whatever it's going to take me to get Jabba day one. I'm just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Sonam pops in with the First Order TIE Pilot ringing endorsement. Yeah, Adam, I gotta tell you, Adam, I really feel like those are my strengths as a leader, is figuring out how to put the organization together, how to coach people, how to organize the team. And my job is just dug into stuff that was so far away from anything I was good at. And so maybe you're making me rethink maybe some near-term goals for myself. Looks like it's lagging, doesn't it? So maybe I need to rethink that, Adam. Maybe I need to rethink that. What I'm doing, because I really feel I am. Well, anyway. The TIE Bomber. What does that mean, Cody? I don't know what you're saying. Josh the Beast is here, everybody. Look who joined the stream. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Our newest Masters level member. Well, sort of, but newer. Josh the Beast, how was that? Let me know. I just want to do something completely unique there for you. I feel like I did. So how do you feel about that, Josh the Beast? Let me know how you feel. There's your intro, buddy. Lord Blitz has joined the stream! No! Josh the Beast again. Good, you love it. That's a good thing, Josh Beast. I'm happy that you love it. That's important. I want to put these things together for you. I found that while just digging around some green screen. I usually dig around the Star Wars green screen stuff on YouTube. I found that. It's actually the dance to, what's it called? The, Shibidip, wop, 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 shibidip, wop, 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 shibidip, burp, 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 burp. Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's like, it's a Russian group. What are they called? I can't remember what that's called. Anyway, it's actually the dance to that, but I put some different music. So good, I'm glad you love it. Gotta get ready for youth group. Have a go. Thanks, Sans27. Meh, they had to pick the one Jawa that's totally... Yeah, I agree with that, Lucifer. Yeah, if they could have picked a better Jawa for us, that would have been nice. Maybe they'll throw some more Jawas in there. I don't know. But they picked the one that people are least likely to have geared up. Because then you put the other four with Rey on defense, so probably less people have Jawa geared up than the Engineer and the Scavenger and Dacha and Chief Nebbit, you know. You are not excited for Jabba on. Hate the idea of having Skiff Lando as a character. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I had thought for a while, I kind of had a thought that they might bring in Skiff Lando and either Bosch, whatever the bounty hunter's name, or Bikini Leia as characters. I figured they would do that. It's you know, it makes sense. It doesn't bother me. You know, bring a GL, and if he might be more of like a passive GL. Ooh. Where he may be. I feel like my BlueStacks just gave out. That's what I feel like. Feel like what? Like my BlueStacks just gave out. There it is. BlueStacks sucks. Hate BlueStacks, dude. Whoops. Put that over there. The Engineer, it's in the journey guide. Yep. We just have to way too many duplicates in this game, in my opinion. Well, so I'm getting together with another Galaxy Heroes YouTuber to we're gonna do a collab. I'm gonna start looking for some collabs to do. And I think one of the things we're going to talk about, either on his channel or mine, are characters that we think should be in the game. So that'll be a fun conversation. So look for that on the channel in the coming next couple of weeks, I guess. So a passive Galactic Legend is going to suck. I mean, maybe it's passive in the way that he builds up to his ultimate and then just drops somebody down the Rancor pit. So kind of passive. I mean, honestly, Sith Eternal Emperor is pretty passive until he gets his ultimate. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't really do a lot without... I mean, he can hold his own. He's okay. But until he gets that ultimate, he's just kind of hanging around, you know, taunting you and putting little markers on you and stuff. And then he's chaining you together and everything. But, so, I mean, he's kind of passive in a way. Is he sits there till he gets his ultimate and then just... plows everybody. I'll farm Jabba the Hutt slowly, but I'm not gonna farm it day one. I guess if the channel was larger and I had a really large Galaxy Heroes audience that was really funding me a lot, which is not the case, then I could take that money and reinvest it back into farming Jabba day one. But I'm not big enough yet for that, and I don't really want to spend my own money on Jabba. And I've kind of gone past the idea of spend a bunch of money and unlock a GL on day one. That's not really... I did it with Lord Vader, and he was the only one I did it with, and it just doesn't feel great. It feels like you unlock Lord Vader, and you're like, he isn't that great, and then you're there. So we don't even know if Jabba's gonna be any good. So I know Arnold will do it day one, so we can all watch him and see if the guy's any good. And probably about 400 to 500 other players will unlock him on day one, so congratulations to them. They are keeping us all playing the game by funding it. Not me, I'm not going to do it day one. You ran. So Tristan, both of you went in Grand Arena already? 37 minutes, you both took your turns in Grand Arena already? Wow. Well, congratulations, Tristan, that's awesome. How many we got left here? I better get moving on these things. 50,000. Okay, we're about a third of the way through. Well, Mr. Anonymous, I hear you. I'm not much of a speculator. Like, people are already speculating if Jabba's going to be good or bad or worth it. I'm not. Maybe he is the best thing since sliced bread. You know, they tend... When they release these Galactic Legends, and he's a solo, like, they're not releasing like a Galactic Legend Han Solo, Carbonite Han Solo with them to, you know, balance them out. They're just releasing Jabba. So they're going to have their whales unlocking Jabba on day one, and they tend to try to make those day one unlocks where people pay a lot for it really good. And if he comes out of the gate and he's not really good, I know that Salacious Crumb is going to come out as a support character, but if he comes out of the gate and he's not very good, I would imagine they would buff him right away like they did with the Executor. You know, Executor came out day one, and you could just smack it with Home 1, and other fleets were doing fine against it too. And it was great on offense, but couldn't do defense, and they just changed one little thing on it. What was it? It was a way to get them all to go first, or they all assisted on the first shot or something, and that changed the whole dynamic. So, you know, and they changed it to make it better because a whole bunch of people had paid for it, and they got to make sure the people that are paying for it are happy. Because otherwise, none of us have a game to play. Because the people that are forking out, you know, $1,000 a month to play this game or more are the people that they're going to keep happy. He's going to dress up as Jabba? Good lord. Did he say that? I guess he will. That's what he usually does. You dropped 3 battles in your Qui-Gon and had GL. Wow. Oops. Wow. How do you drop 3 battles in Qui-Gon when you've got a GL? Just look at Lord Pool Noodle. Exactly! Lord Pool Noodle. That was my... I was proud of that name. I was very proud of that name. Let's turn music up and chill for a minute again here. We'll get some more questions here in a few minutes. Let's pop that music, baby. $50 Chewy. Very nice. Gotta be kidding me, dude. BlueStacks. I hate BlueStacks. I think the deal with BlueStacks is that it's so freaking sensitive to very minor fluctuations in bandwidth that you get a small little bandwidth, plunge for like half of a second, and all of a sudden BlueStacks just shuts down. It happens all of the time with this program. That's why I quit playing on it. I adopted this new account right here, only on BlueStacks, because I didn't really want to put it on my phone. And all right, see you, Mr. Anonymous. I just didn't want it on my phone, and it's here on BlueStacks only, and I just hate this thing so much. Unreal. All my drinks are gone. I better finish this. All right, we'll go for a little while longer. We'll see. We'll see if folks are still here or not. Feels like questions are fading, but we can do this for a while longer. Let me turn up the music again. Okay, so I got a question for you, Lucifer. Pagman, do you think Job will have any synergy with characters from the Clone Wars? No. Based on the requirements, it's going to be a complete Return of the Jedi thing. And the Hutt Cartel, I don't think they're going to go with any Clone Wars stuff at all. Now, Lucifer, can you explain that a little more? About it being GPU related? I am not a computer expert. I built this computer. My nephew gave me all the parts to order. I pulled up a video. I watched it. I put the computer together. Hey, Jack. Thanks, buddy. We had a vote earlier on. I put in the new dramatic music for folks, and everybody voted that they wanted the original Nooch music. So I put it back in, baby. So what do you mean by GPU? Is that my processor? Because I don't have any other GPU problems with anything on this computer. I don't have any processing problems with any other program. BlueStacks is the only one I have problems with. So is there a setting I can change in BlueStacks that'll do something? Let me know. We're going to go for another few minutes, and I'm going to pop off here. I don't think I'm going to get through all these, but we got through a tremendous... And we had a lot of questions today, so... Good to see you, Jack. Yeah, let me see this. How to use GPU settings to increase gaming performance on BlueStacks. Let's see. This can provide a frames per second boost. I have the frames per second. Click on the, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Click on the gear icon in the bottom right. Okay. What's up, Nooch Jr.?
Hello.
Click the graphics tab. In the graphics tab, locate the GPU in use, and it's on. And that's it. Click on Save Changes. Nah, it's already on. I don't know, man.
You just leaked our address.
Did I? I've done it before.
You have?
However, I just put my name is out there.
Oh, well.
Try toning down my settings. Okay, let's try that. Like this.
What are you trying to do?
I don't have high frame rate enabled. Oh, that's 240. I don't need that. I'll do it later. I'm not going to restart it.
Can we get Wendy's after the school thing?
Maybe.
Joey seems fine.
Alright, guys. We're going to wrap this up here in a minute. Hey, Pagman said hey.
Who?
Pagman, say hello in German.
Hello.
Yeah!
Huh?
Louder.
Hallo. Ich
Luke
heiße
said hi-
Luke.
He heißt Luke. Jack, I'm currently farming tickets for SLKR. How excited should I be? You should be very excited. You should be very, very excited.
Oh.
Yeah, I just don't like BlueStacks, man. Set that from 60 to 30. Ew. You disabled high frame rate, enabled VSync. Alright. I'll write it all down. 30 frames is disappointing, though. I mean, that'd be my camera is doing better than my game. Guten Tag, Sonem. Wie geht's? Alright, we're gonna get through a few more of these, and then we're gonna head out for the day. And Adam has inspired me to start looking for more manager jobs I can do remotely. I think I'm gonna do that. Sehr gut auch. Ich bin Glück. Ich habe viel Glück. Nein, nicht Glück. Ich bin satt. Ich platze bald. That was a sentence from my German book in my freshman year of high school. Ich bin satt. Ich platze bald. I'm full, meaning I'm full of food. I'll explode soon. Yeah, Lenart, we saw that. We just looked it up here a little while ago. It blows, but it's better than my app crash. Well, that's true. I gave it up because it kept crashing. I lost several Grand Arena battles on streams due to BlueStacks, so that's why I gave it up. Maybe I just need to go back to it. Du musst mal einen Stream auf Deutsch machen. Ja, ich habe dieses gedacht, aber, you know, weißt du, mein Deutsch ist, so, wird sehr schwer sein. Ja, oder, ja, vielleicht einen deutschen Stream. Ich habe vielen deutschen Subscribers. Ja, die Deutschen lieben Nooch. All right, with that, I'm gonna head out, guys. We're not gonna get to the end here. Let's go take a look at our haul. Let's see what we got. It was okay. I feel like I've done better, but we got a 150 in there and a bunch of 25s. Let's see what we got. Go to the shard store, 5,500. That was out of 100,000. I feel like I've done better, but I've also probably done worse. I shouldn't complain about 5,500 shard store points. I will take it. You know, I only hit the Chewy. Look, I only hit Chewy once. It was a 50 shard pull. Usually you get a bunch of twos on him, and I got none. So, there you go. Alright, warum kannst du so gut Deutsch? Ich habe in Schule studiert und ins Universität auch. Und dann 3 oder 4 Jahre ago habe ich studieren mit YouTube und Büchern und vielen Wegen. So, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch und ein bisschen mehr als ein bisschen, ja, aber nicht großer Deutsch. Ich bin nicht ein Expert auf Deutsch, mein Vokabeln ist klein, aber ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, so, yeah. The reason you're opening all these cards. Jack, so what you do in, you play the game? You play this game? You were talking about it earlier, right? You're farming tickets for SLKR? Well, yeah, you open them to get those shard store currency. I did 5,000 of my shard store currency. That's why I'm farming them. I'm buying these because I have so much currency in here. That's why you do it. That's the only reason to do it, actually, at this level. And then you buy stuff, and you also buy, I need all this stuff too. Your Datacron stuff with that currency too. So that's why. Le Cracks! Hey, unfortunately, I'm about to head out. Immortal Tyranny, good to see you. Your gag today, surprisingly, someone who just so happens to be in here. Hey, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Alright, have a great day, everybody. Solange du dich verständigen kannst, ist doch alles gut. So as long as I understand, as long as I can understand, everything is good. Yeah, ich verstand. Alright, guys, I'm going to head out. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be on with something. I don't know what yet. We'll see what we stream tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And, of course, always remember, Nutsch, zwei gut!